Hey everyone, great to have you watching. Today, I'm sharing 5 super handy hacks and tips for your cutting and embossing machine that will make your crafting projects just a bit more fun. We'll talk about how to make your materials last longer, how to prevent tearing, emboss more cleverly, and work more easily with detailed dies, and how to get more out of your paper. Let's get started right away. The first tip is to keep the quality of your B plates in good condition. We recommend that you regularly use the other side of the plate. So like this, then like this, we use it this way, then that way. At a certain point, the plate can start to bend a little. And if you do this more often, you'll see that your plates will last much longer and stay looking nicer. My second tip is to wet your cardstock even before you start embossing. As you can see here, I first made the cardstock wet, and here it has gone through dry, so you get more definition in the paper. I'll also show you how that works in the Q2Z machine. First, you have the base plate. You have your embossing folder. You place it on the plate. You take your cardstock and a small bottle of water, and then you first spray your cardstock to make it wet. Then you place the cardstock between the embossing folder. Close it up. Place it on the base plate. Then you add the B plate, and then you run it through your machine. This technique also ensures that your paper is less likely to tear. This also happens quite often with 3D embossing folders because there is quite a lot of pressure on the cardstock. As you can see, you get such a beautiful, even impression. For the third tip, we're going to emboss with cutting dies. Personally, I think this is a really fun hack. For the plate setup, you have your base plate, the C plate, then a rubber mat, and then your cardstock. Your cutting dies of choice. You place them with the cutting side down, just like when you're cutting regular paper. Like this, you place the dies on top. And finally, an S plate. And then you simply run this, just as you always do with a cutting die, through your machine. And then you get this kind of effect. So you get the full impression of the die in the paper. If you look at the back, it's not completely pressed through. I think it looks really beautiful like this. But if you go over the paper with a blending tool and ink, for example, then you can create an effect like this. Very romantic, very soft. And also just really nice for making backgrounds, for example. For my fourth tip, sometimes you have those kinds of dies. They have a lot of small details, and then it's difficult to stick the die cut figures down on paper. I have a really nice tip for that. You start with your base plate. You put a C plate on top of that. And here I have a cardstock. And not just any cardstock, but it's sticker cardstock. So the back is a sheet. You can peel it off and then you basically turn it into a sticker. You simply just cut this out, right as you usually do it. Plate on top again. And as you can see now, it has cut it out very neatly. And then you remove the paper in between. And you can see it's really just like that. With glue, it's very difficult to stick it onto paper. So here you have the back. You peel that off. And then you can stick it onto your paper just like that, without having to struggle with glue. And for my fifth and final tip, it's that when making paper projects or cards, you can sometimes plan ahead how you use your dies. So if I know here that I have a sheet here that's 13 by 13 centimeters, and I want to have this die cut out, then I can look at where I roughly want to place my die. And then I run it through the machine. And as you can see here, you have your die cut shape and the negative that you have left over. And because you've deliberately chosen a piece of paper that you could use as a card base, you really get a lot out of it because you can make your card from this. And here you have an extra project that you can stick onto another card as well. so this way you use your paper very efficiently. These were my 5 favorite hacks for working smarter and more creatively with a cutting and embossing machine. Let me know in the comments which one you're going to try or share your own hack. Did you enjoy this video? Then don't forget to like and subscribe. All links to the products used are in the description below this video. See you next time. Bye bye.